So what would you do if your life was music? You ate, drank, and slept music. Not only your own music, but music all over. Jimi Hendrix, B.B. King, all these influences. And you studied music for years and recorded a backlog of music comprising of many hours, hundreds of hours of recorded music. But Spotify, YouTube, or whatever these places are, it's hard to crack that little line, hard to get it to be heard. What would you do? Well, you would do what Fresco did. He bought a radio station. And that's where I come in. I help him out with a DJ. And this is Station 99. My story? Well, it sounds a lot better with music, I'll tell you that. Now, if you don't ask me, my story had a lot of music in it, that's for sure. Most any good story's got good music. But if you've been fortunate to have a musician in the house, any of you who have a musician in the house, held in high esteem, it's an honor to have a musician in the house. And we do have one in the house tonight, even though there's no music playing. This is where we do Station 99. This is where we do it, and this is how we do it. And right now, no one feels like playing music because their fingers are very tired. Because we really play this shit, or he does. And so give him a break. That's what I'm for. Give Fresco a little break, and we chit-chat. If you want to join us, you're welcome. We call it backstage. You call it behind the curtain. Whatever. If you want to hang out with us right now, we just don't. We're getting ready to play some music, but right now, we're chilling. And that's it. We got a long day ahead of us. We got a lot to get done. So why would we be wasting time chilling?
We've got plenty of time.
We got plenty of time to do what we want. Everybody does. But if you're worried about the time, I would recommend whatever it is you want to do, the best time to start is right now, and that's where this show is starting, right now. We don't have a clock here, it's always right now, Station 99. If you ever hear us tell you the clock's name, change the dial. What should we call our radio station's numbers, letters? We just bought a radio station.
F-R-E-S-C-O?
Yeah, we go like, why should we wait for Spotify?
F-R-X-C-O.
You name it.
F-R-X-C-O.
Just tell me what you called it.
F-R-X-C-O.
I like that. WFRX. If it's just 3, you just get 3. You get a W and a 3. So which 3? Pick them.
F-R-X.
That's what I say.
W-F-R-X.
WFRX. Or just say FRX. You don't have to say the W. It just has to be written down.
Okay.
And so, for the benefit of the, like us, the triple-minded, 3 is a lot easier to keep up with than 4. And so, 3 letters is what?
F-R-X.
FRX. So I won't forget. I hope you won't either. FRX Radio. We call this, you kind of had the idea of doing outer space music and that kind of thing.
Yeah.
So this is where you experiment, where you don't have rules, or you're not bound by the 1, 2, 3s and whatever the Earth's people do. But as any music, there's some math. You just seem to accede to a higher math, and you don't really feel apologetic that they don't understand it.
It's an internal math. My teacher, he put it, he's like, your brain has a way of approximating the rhythms you want. It doesn't know how to play them, but it approximates them. So you just kind of learn to actually play them, and they'll sound really nice if you're doing it on purpose and not having to guess.
You don't have to, you just get where the gate post is supposed to be, basically. Kind of stay in the main place.
Well, like, for example, on that one I recorded, I have a tendency to just kind of, to change, over the chord change, because I change this here or there, I don't know.
Right.
That kind of thing.
That's good to me, I like
Yeah,
it.
it's cool, but...
You also need to know how to do it right.
It's called playing tight.
And the good bands know how to play tight. Whether they do it all the time is a different story, but they got to know how. So you show them you can play tight, and then you basically go from there.
Well, it sounds better when it's tight. Tangled up in mind.
I got a feeling once you really get used to playing tight, you'll stay tight.
Well, that's what he said. For 2 years, I just abandoned the idea.
Right, because you were seeing some math.
Songwriting. Because I felt like trying to play tight was getting in the way of actually writing songs. So I just said, we'll write songs and we'll figure out the tightness later.
So we're just going to translate them, but probably they translate to the same requirements. 1, 2, 3. What did that old blues guy say, man? You've heard your mama say it and your cousin say it too. Said 2's company and 3's a crowd. Well, see, when you was on the nightclub circuit and trying to pay electric bills and keep people in and buying tickets and drinking expensive beer from you, a crowd's a good thing. 3 is a crowd. Understand that, son, and you'll go far. So you got the 1 and the 2 and the 3 is the crowd. Now it just depends on how big a crowd you want.
box right there.
Now, getting back to what your instructor, what I would say he's more like I think he's like an impromptu partner. I think he's kind of like taking you under his wing. He might could show you some things.
He's a producer.
It's a good guy to know.
He's a music producer. That's what he is.
Yeah, but he's showing you how to do your stuff better. Maybe even thinking about getting involved with it, maybe. I mean, it's fine.
If he would start a band with me, that
Well,
would be really
didn't he tell you he would like give you backup singers, or did he just tell you could do it yourself? His point was, if you do it with his way, he can bring stuff, because you can't entertain other people till you speak their language. And so your problem was you were speaking Fresco, which is a beautiful language, but you got to teach it to the world. 1, 2, 3. So Fresco's going back to school, trying to learn.
Basically, yeah. 1, 2, 3, 4. It's the 4 that's the hard part.
Well, that's the point. That's kind of what the jazz guy's telling you. There's 2's company and 3's the crowd. Stay where the crowd is. Stay on 3. Go to 4 if you want to, but 3 is where it's easy. Easy for them and easy for you.
4 is actually easier.
Well, maybe.
Because they just everything's just divided in half. 3 takes a lot of thinking.
But it sounds easier because they don't have to think. It's a natural way people, so it resonates with the human more. And that's the crowd element. That's what we're trying to get at. If you're going to sing a song to Muhammad, you probably would do your kind of music. If you're going to sing a song to the human, stay on 3.
Well, most of all written music disagrees with you.
Then do what they say then. Why is that?
Almost everything's in 4s.
Exactly.
It's easy.
Everything is in 4s. But here's my point. You can stay with 3 fits into 4. So you technically play 4, but you live in kind of a secret little 3 realm that nobody can quite understand. Because it sounds like you're playing 4, but you're really just focusing right here for the bread and butter. Go out here, mostly right there in that triangle. I mean, Hank Aaron's going to hit the ball in the sweet spot given the choice. That's the sweet spot.
But finding it out after you did all the other stuff probably was the match. Think and play musically in such a beautiful way that 3 is limiting, 4 is limiting.
And so, the idea to buy your own radio station because you already play a lot of music and it's really all you want to do. Fresco has done that, and this little video was designed to simply give you a heads up to look out for station 99. I'm not exactly sure how you're going to pick it up. Turn on the radio, dial 99. It should be streamed in many places. We're going to work on that. But the music will also possibly be heard in snippets on videos like this on YouTube and so forth. But the Fresco is the performer, and if you haven't heard his music, you should look for it. And if you can't find it, keep looking, because he's going to keep making it.